Hey there, welcome to my YouTube channel. Join me as I tell you about the Midnight Heist.
In the dead of night, the city slept under a blanket of stars, but for master thief Leo, the night was just beginning. Leo had his eyes set on the crown jewel, displayed in the high-security museum. With swift and silent moves, he bypassed the initial laser security system, his heart pounding with excitement. Just as he reached the jewel, a loud alarm blared, shattering the silence. Leo froze, realizing he had triggered a hidden sensor. Security guards stormed the room, their footsteps echoing through the halls. Thinking quickly, Leo used a smoke bomb to create a cloud of cover and darted towards the exit. But the guards were well-trained and relentless, quickly surrounding him. Leo ducked and dodged through the museum, barely avoiding their grasp. He found himself cornered in a dark hallway with only one way out, a narrow ventilation shaft. He squeezed through just as the guards arrived, their shouts echoing behind him. Crawling through the tight shaft, Leo's breath came in short, panicked gasps. He dropped down into a storage room, setting off another silent alarm. The guards were right behind him, and Leo had to think fast. He spotted an emergency exit and sprinted for it, but as he pushed the door open, an electric shock jolted him back. The door was rigged with a high-voltage deterrent. Gritting his teeth, Leo pried open a nearby control panel, using his tools to disable the system. Finally, he burst through the exit into the cool night air, the crown jewel still in his grasp. Just as he thought he was safe, the sound of sirens filled the air. The police were closing in, alerted by the museum's sophisticated security system. Leo ran through the dark alleys, his mind racing for an escape plan. He knew he had to hide the jewel quickly. Spotting a rundown building, he dashed inside and hid the jewel behind a loose brick in the wall. As the police closed in, Leo blended into the shadows, slipping out the back and disappearing into the night. He knew the jewel was safe for now, but the thrill of the chase had only just begun. The city was alive with the hunt, and Leo was ready for his next move. Leo knew he couldn't stay hidden for long. The police would soon comb through every inch of the area. His mind raced as he formulated a plan to retrieve the crown jewel without getting caught. The next night, Leo returned to the rundown building, careful to avoid any surveillance. He slipped inside, heart pounding, and retrieved the jewel from its hiding place. The weight of the gem in his hand was both reassuring and dangerous. As he made his way to the rooftop, Leo spotted a police patrol moving through the streets below. He knew he needed to act fast. He planned to use the city's old underground tunnels to escape, a network he knew well from previous heists. Reaching the entrance to the tunnels, Leo pried open the grate and descended into the darkness. He moved swiftly through the narrow passages, the sound of distant sirens echoing above. The tunnels were his territory, and he navigated them with ease. Just as he thought he was in the clear, a sudden movement caught his eye. A figure stepped out from the shadows, Detective Harris, the officer who had been on Leo's trail for years. Harris had anticipated Leo's move and was waiting for him. "It's over, Leo," Harris said, gun drawn and eyes locked on the thief. "Hand over the jewel." Leo, cornered and out of options, knew there was no way out this time. But he wasn't ready to give up. With a sudden, desperate move, he threw the crown jewel into the air, causing Harris to instinctively reach for it. In that split second, Leo bolted past Harris, using the distraction to his advantage. He sprinted through the tunnels, hearing Harris's shouts behind him. Leo's heart raced as he navigated the labyrinthine paths, his mind focused on escape. Bursting out of a hidden exit in an abandoned warehouse, Leo found himself in the open air once more. He could hear Harris and his team closing in. With no time to lose, Leo spotted a nearby train yard. He dashed towards it, leaping onto a slow-moving freight train just as Harris emerged from the warehouse. As the train picked up speed, Leo looked back to see Harris standing at the edge of the tracks, watching him escape. The detective's expression was one of frustration mixed with a begrudging respect. Leo clutched the crown jewel tightly, feeling the adrenaline surge through his veins. He had escaped once again, but he knew the chase would never truly end. The thrill of the heist and the pursuit of the next adventure kept him moving forward. As the train rumbled into the night, Leo allowed himself a rare smile. The game of cat and mouse with Harris would continue, but for now, he had won. The city's lights faded into the distance, leaving Leo with the promise of new heists and endless possibilities. Thank you for watching the Midnight Heist to the end. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.